Welcome to
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? How you
I
doing?
talk about so many different things
How
to
you
bring you
been?
life and living
What's
moments
going
to
on?
inspire the
What's
people in
good?
the stories of our life.
Are you
Please
getting it
subscribe
in?
and check it out.
Somebody
Leave a
getting it
whole
for
bunch
you?
of reviews and ratings and welcome
What's
to the
going
Square Podcast
on,
Podcast.
people?
Follow me on Instagram. See you
Subscribe to
later.
my channel.
Okay, I want to do this story only because of what the police chief said. This is about Corey Wilson. He was only 37 years old. I want to share this story with this story is being reported as of January the 14th, 2019. A New Jersey man's body has been found in the woods near Lebanon Airport. Okay. Lebanon Lebanon police are investigating the circumstance surrounded by the untimely death of a 37-year-old social worker from New Jersey. A snowmobiler rider on the trail near Poverty Lane and Lebanon Municipal Airport found the body of Corey Wilson, whose last known address was in Belleville, New Jersey, around 1:50 p.m. on a Sunday in the woods off the south side of the airport runway, police said on a Monday. Now, this is the part that gets me right here. Now, this guy right here, the police chief, Richard Mello, said there was no foul play was suspected. There is no reason for the public to be concerned, Mello said. We are investigating the circumstances that brought him to New Hampshire, and we have been where he had been staying. Reached by the phone on a Monday, his sister, Nigel Wilson, said that she was surprised to hear her brother had been found dead in Lebanon when the detectives called her on a Sunday. I don't know anybody that he knew over there, she said, as she was traveling to Lebanon from New Jersey. Nigel Wilson, who was in regular contact with the brother, had spoken to him on Monday. They had a regular conversation. She said Wilson operated at Spanx Life Coaching in Belleville. According to the Lincoln profile, he had a master's degree in social work from New York University and a bachelor's degree in the same at Rutgers University. As a child, he attended Newark Boys Chorus School and Arts High School in Newark, according to the profile. Naja said singing was a part of his life, and as a musician, he went by the name of Ty. She said she and her family are trying to sort out how Wilson came to die in Lebanon. He had no known history of mental illness, she said. He did, however, have sickle cell anemia, a disease that affects the protection of red blood cells, preventing accurate oxygen from traveling throughout the body, which worsens in cold temperature. Everybody is shocked, she said. Wilson's body has been taken to the office of the chief medical examiners in Concord for autopsy. So, I had a problem with this police chief said. Mello said that basically there is no need for the public to be concerned. I think it's a big need for the public concern. This man was only 37 years old. He was found by a snowmobiler riding on the trail. Now, what's he doing down there in that spot? And this story is taking place by Lebanon Airport, where they were taking down trees. I guess they took that down just a while ago. And I went to do some investigating reference to LinkedIn profile and stuff. And it says Corey Wilson, Spanx Life Coaching, Greater New York area. He was the owner of Spanx Life Coaching 2005 to present. 14 years he's been there. Responsibility is planning and developing sorts of long-term strategies and aspect systems, relations, service, and quality assurance well oversee daily operations of the same. So basically, he was the owner. Well, allegedly, this is what his profile is saying on LinkedIn. Experience. He ran a company. So, how do we get from there to Lebanon police investigate the circumstance around the untimely death of 37-year-old social worker? and a snow motor riding in a trail, Poverty Lane, Lebanon Municipal Airport, found the body. Okay, let me just sit up here for a second. This is my opinion, and my opinion alone. I didn't want to do this story only because it's so much I can say about this, but I'm not going to say anything out of respect for the family. But the police chief, Richard Mello, said that no foul play was suspected. And to me, my personal opinion, that means I want y'all to just forget about it. I want y'all to just say he just was found dead. That's it. Just 37 years old, found dead. I want y'all to talk about it. That part bothered me. Not only that part bothered me, but the next line bothered me even more so. There is no reason for the public to be concerned, Mello said. And at first I was like, well, maybe this website is, you know, sometimes people do anything for hits. So I was like, well, maybe he didn't say that. Then I Googled and found out who he was. As a white man, Richard Mello, reporting on a black man and Trump America. So I'm like, this seems a little suspect to me. Not saying he had anything to do with his case, but I want to find out who would say this about this man, that said that there is no foul play was suspected. Now, to me, I don't think that should have been said. I also don't think the line of there is no reason for the public to be concerned. Then the last part of it says, Wilson has been taken to the office of the chief medical examiner for Concord for the autopsy. My personal opinion, he should say he don't know. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of times when people make statements like there is no reason for the public to be concerned, that means this person, to my personal opinion, life don't matter. There's no reason for y'all to be concerned. Don't worry about it. Mind your business. Here is a man that got degrees and everything, living his life, just being told, don't even worry about it. It ain't none of y'all business. Oh, it's definitely our business. This is the black man that's been, my personal opinion, killed. And the reason why I say killed, only because the story sounds too familiar. I've done a lot of stories in reference to guys that's black that's been killed, and it goes underneath the radar. It takes years before it come out again. He's 37 years old. He's all the way out in Lebanon. My personal opinion, somebody brought him out there. Somebody killed him, dropped him off there in that deserted area. That's my opinion. Why would a snow motorer riding on the trail? So it must be snow out there. A snow motorer, snow near Poverty Lane. The body of Corey. Okay. In case you don't know, and I talked about this before, a lot of times when you're black, your organs are being donated. And I've done stories about this as far as black guys organs being donated. When you're the kind of guy that's black and you always by yourself, you have conversations with people, you have to be careful. Now, if everything is accurate, when I went on his Facebook page, he's been missing since November. So my personal opinion is they need to check out since November. Because there should be some type of cell phone records or some type of video surveillance where he was actually with the person who killed them. My personal opinion. Now, they're doing investigations whether he was foul play or homicide. My personal opinion, he was killed. 37 years old. And my personal opinion, feel that y'all, by the police chief saying that there's no reason for the public concern, you don't want us to care about him. You don't want the outcry. I believe there should be an outcry. I should believe the family need to go after whoever did this. And I also believe they need to have an autopsy done within themselves to see what the one that didn't do right. Because a lot of times people are in cahoots with a lot of things, and you get autopsies and stuff done, and basically one autopsy says, well, everything is dead. Other autopsies do the same thing as checking and find out that the organs were missing. And one thing I also realized, that when the darker the skin of a black man, for some reason the organs seem to be more financial gain. And I'm not saying that this is what happened to him, but I'm saying when it comes to somebody 37 years old ends up in a wooded area that's black from Jersey, and somebody saying just forget about it, something don't seem to sit right with me here. Something don't fit right with me here. Here's a man that's on LinkedIn and stuff. And if everything is accurate as far as his profile, he says he's the owner of Spanx Life Coaching. 2005 to present, 14 years he's been there. Greater New York area. So why would he end up in a river area, dead? Trees, woods, black, don't make sense to me. I always find it weird when I see when I'm doing stories on black men in wooded areas, dead. And let's go, I'm not trying to say what it is, but like I said before, picking back off a lot of these I've done, when a black man is in the wooded area, a lot of times there's lynching being done. Check his neck, see if he was hung and dropped off. Check his organs. But usually when I do stories like this, a woody area black man, is always a tree hanging around and there's always a body hanging from it. I'm not saying this is the case, but I'm saying it has to be a lot more looking into. We're in an area right about now where government has shut down, which means everybody's going to be preyed upon. And I do know that there's a big harvest as far as human organs, and there's a lot more money involved there. $150,000 for a human heart, especially if they're black. But that's speculation too. This is all just my opinion. Anyway, like I said before, I love your feedback on this. How do you feel about this? It's going underneath the radar, but it ain't going down because it hit my desk, and I really didn't want to do it at all. I wasn't going to do this story only because I really didn't. I don't know. I just got a lot on my mind, and I was like, I don't want to do it. But someone shot it over to me, and I was like, whoa. Then I went and looked this up. I'm not even going anyway. Then I looked and saw some more digging, and I found even more stuff, but it just became very much problematic for me. And I wouldn't have done this story, but when the police chief, Richard Mello, said there is no foul play was suspected, to me that was like, don't worry about it. And then the second line was, there is no reason for the public to be concerned, Mello said. And I checked a bunch of websites, and I was like, well, maybe this website is lying. He wouldn't say that. Found a bunch of them, they all said the same thing. So basically, if I don't do this story, when I'm another people going to do this story, but something is wrong with this picture. My personal opinion, he was set up. My personal opinion is all evidence is in his cell phone. My personal opinion, he was out there, he was murdered. My personal opinion. And I believe the family need to follow up on this, need to check his organs and everything else, get their own autopsy person and not the one that they sent him to. I personally believe this man was murdered. Anyway, like I said before, I love you. If you're back in this, subscribe to my channel. At the top, there's the Instagram button. If you follow me, I'll follow you back. If you find anything in reference to this guy, don't forget to send it to my email, ravenover@yahoo.com. Let you know I love you, and thank you for watching. Catch the rain.